What up, Facebook? You already know it's your boy Bobby XL, my man DJ Man Tech. Now we have a very special guest on the show tonight. You cannot mention Queensbridge or the legendary Juice Crew without mentioning this man's name. My man Shizzle with the Wizzle. Y'all know him as MC Shan. What's good, Shan?
Chilling like a villain. One time for your mind, two times for your soul. You already know.
All right, Shan. Don't say, yo, let everybody know how the hip hop started for you, man. Coming up.
Well, hip hop was a natural progression for me because it was the music of our time. Grew up around the change of the guard when your mama would be cleaning the house and all you heard was Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes and Al Green and all of that, right? There was no music for us. So I came around the turn of when I heard Rappers Delight. It was like, what the fuck was that? I knew we was doing it in the park, but now it's on the radio. What?
Right.
So it was just something that we did for fun, but it turned out that we could make a profit off it too. And once we did it out of the love in the beginning, like, yeah, we did it out of love. But then we found out we could get a check too. What?
Yeah, man. So, who were like some of your influences, man, to get into this hip hop thing?
Well, the one that mainly influenced me at first was Melly Mel, Grandmaster Caz. See, Mel was the one that on record that actually inspired me to want to make records the way I do. But before that, when it was nothing but them battle tapes with Grandmaster Caz giving you the most pizzazz, you know what I'm saying? It was like dudes like this is what made me want to do what I do. I didn't just want to be a yes, y'all, or you don't stop, keep on until the break of dawn kind of rapper, you know?
Right. Okay. So, let's see. Let's talk about your first single, man, Molly Scratch, man. How did that come about, and how did you meet Marley Marl, man?
See, Marley Marl lived in the projects I lived in, and how that came about was directly after Shantae made Roxanne's Revenge.
Okay.
Remember, we were partners. We was on the bench rhyming. We was MC buddies. We was childhood friends. And Shantae made this daggone record, Roxanne's Revenge, that blew up. I'm like, yo, if Shantae could do it, I could do that. And so what I did was I went home and I wrote Molly Scratch on a paper bag because I had to get his attention some way. I just couldn't come to him with a rhyme that was sounding good. I had to have something that was specifically designed to capture his attention, and that's what Molly Scratch was.
Okay. After Molly Scratch, you came with Beat Biter getting that LL, man. What caused all that anyway, man?
Now,
can you care to elaborate on that?
The record that you're speaking about, Molly Scratch, is what caused that beef. Because if you listen to Molly Scratch and Rock the Bells, those are the very exact same beat. Okay. But Molly Scratch, I was doing Molly Scratch first. So Rick Rubin, in his wisdom of genius, sees that I'm on tour singing this record with no record. LL already had records. So they just went and I ain't gonna put it on L. Elsa's artists had no control over the music back then. So Rick Rubin made that record. And what it did was, we don't bite nobody's style. We don't do this. We don't do that. We don't make rhymes that sound close to somebody else. So that's what invoked me to write Beat Biter. You don't take my style, my words, none of that.
Right. You come from the era where no biting was allowed during that time.
Nope, not at all. You had to have your own lane or you just was going to get laughed out the park.
Right.
But still talking about that record, Beat Biter. Now, the B-side to that record
was The Bridge.
Yes, sir. You want to elaborate on that?
let me tell you how that works, yo. There's always was a rule in music, right? Or this is how it would happen. You would always push the A side, but the radio would always pick the B side. That Roxanne with UTFO, that wasn't their single they was trying to push. They was trying to push another record, but it just so happened the B side was the hot song. And that's how it works. You put out a record thinking, yeah, I'm gonna put this A single out. I'm beat biter. Beat, 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 beat. Oh nah, flip that record over. What's that? Oh God.
Yeah. You know, um, the thing with you and LL, man, y'all both had like similar style and dressing, man, with the red Kango and everything, man. Like, who was the first one to rock that?
We can't neither one claim that. See,
Okay.
you gotta understand our era came right behind Grandmaster Flash when they
Right.
was wearing all the tassels and all that old crazy uniform stuff. We wasn't dressing like that. Fuck out of here, nigga. Picture a nigga screaming some hardcore shit, and he got on some fucking high heel boots, some boots and tassels and furry vest and shit. Picture that shit. No disrespect, but that's, and like Mel said, they were trying to be entertainers. Nigga, fuck all that entertaining shit. We from the streets here. So me and L and every other hip hopper that you see wearing tracksuits and Pumas and Adidas, we adopted that style from the B-boys. That
Right.
was actually the breakdancer style. So it was a natural fit because it was one of the elements of hip hop. So it just all fit. But we just wasn't dressing like Flash, you know. You could forget it. Not even like, and even with Fearless Four, they had the leather suits and they was decked out with them, but my nigga, it was 4 and 5 of these people in these groups, right?
Right.
So it was
Right.
cool for them to do that shit. A solo nigga. Imagine if it was today, right? And I came out with some Ugg boots on and a vest with studs on it and all this crazy mess. What would y'all say?
I would think weirdo, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, look how like the new rappers just today,
Right.
man. You know what I mean? They wearing all this crazy shit right now, man.
All right. Now, see, that's what they would have been saying about your nigga Shizzle and L. Them niggas wearing that crazy shit, yo. Same shit we said about our predecessors. Yo, them niggas wearing that crazy shit. We
Yeah.
ain't wearing that. And look, as a rapper nowadays, I look at these niggas and be like, oh, I ain't wearing that. Shit. You won't see me. I just dropped a new single, right, called Bounce.
Right.
You won't see me dressing like them little niggas on any of my fucking shit. I'm coming dressed like an old school pimp for the video. I'm dressing like an old school pimp, and the correlation is these young niggas trying to tell us old rappers we can't pimp the game. Nigga, we pimped the game long time before you. So let me show you how to take your shit and pimp your shit for you, nigga.
Right.
Okay.
Also, you and L had you both had love ballads, man. You had Left Me Lonely, and he had I Need Love, man. Like,
Another
I
one of
know
those
that.
things where
Yeah, I
my
know Left
joint
Me Lonely that was out first.
and Russell tried paying radio stations to not play Left Me Lonely so it could seem like LL came out with this love ballad thing first.
Right.
Shan had that first. You know what I'm saying? I was the first one to have the little TJ Swan singing, but that ain't no nothing to be credibility in about, you know what I mean? Like, oh, I was the first one with a love ballad.
Right.
You know, that's
Right.
uh,
Um, Left Me Lonely. Was you really talking about the girl in that? Was that a true life story that you were
yeah,
talking about?
everything about that song was true and factual and exact, except for the part that she wasn't worth me putting a nine to my head, but it made it look for dramatics in the song. All right. And when you're a creative writer, you can take things out of your real life, add it to some bullshit, fluff it up, and what you get left me lonely.
Uh, Okay. Now, you wasn't talking about hip hop started out in Queensbridge. You were talking about you and Marley was talking about where y'all was coming from, where y'all representing. But Chris and they came out with South Bronx. You know what I'm saying? Like, what actually started that whole beef, man?
That was strategized by Chris. That was a good strategy. See, at one point they was trying to be down with Mr. Magic and all of that, and wanted Magic to play his record.
Oh.
But he came to the studio with a whack ass record. If y'all niggas ever want to hear it, and y'all will fucking agree because the shit was whack. It was called Success is the Word by a group called 1241. He came to Magic with that record, right? He ain't even rhyme like Chris rhymes right now. Chris jacked my whole fucking style, fucking, and I let him run with it. And I'll show y'all how in a minute. All right, well, what we did was we made that song for a jam that was in the park that day. So we played it. People went crazy because they didn't know what the fuck that. What was that? That was the first time Molly fucking with them samples and shit. And we listened to that tape in Queensbridge for 2 years before it ever came out as a record. Because we thinking, oh, nobody want to hear about our hood. Nobody don't, they ain't doing that. Everybody going, yo, rep Queens, rep Brooklyn, rep Bronx. We was talking about just our block, nigga. Fuck the rest of Queens. We talking about the bridge. And we didn't think nobody wanted to hear that, but I guess we were wrong. And now, if you listen to the way the bridge and South Bronx is, you have witnessed the first hip hop swagger jack in history. And when I did the bridge, if you don't notice the way his verses are, they're the same like mine, biting styles. And if you think that hip hop start out in Queensbridge, that's my style. You know what I'm saying? Is it or is it not? And now, so for people to say, oh, Shan, Chris killed you. If you don't notice that he had that style that he borrowed from me and I let him have it, that when I came back with Kill That Noise, I hit nitro on that nigga lyrically. And I've been hitting nitro on that nigga lyrically since that fucking song. You know, that little smoke coming out of my hip hop hood, nigga. Your shit puffing smoke.
Right. You know.
And I'm not trying to deny that the nigga got some good records and shit. But all I'm telling you in the words of hip hop, nigga style and the way he fucking vocalizes can never fuck with the lyricism of MC Shan. Period.
Right.
All to say, oh, yes, y'all, he'll kill me if it come down to stage presence. I have no stage presence. Why? Because I'm a nigga that spit that shit that make you think, nigga, you ain't got to dance to my shit. That's my shit is the type of shit make your face go, did that nigga say that?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Ain't no dancing, ain't not say, oh, get money, none of that shit. He'll kill me at that. But if it came down to just listening to see who was that nigga, hands down, motherfucker, I had a lot of niggas beat lyrically. Period, point blank. I done said some shit. And within the next 2 weeks, since we got this internet and there's different ways that I can show my music that niggas never heard, I'm gonna show y'all niggas some motherfucking songs that'll make motherfucking Nas and Jay-Z say, get the fuck out of here. Did that nigga Shan just say that? Mark my motherfucking words.
Word.
Guarantee you, I'm gonna introduce these things in a way never done before. You know what I'm saying? Like what you call it had his quarantine shit. These niggas got this. I'm gonna introduce this music in a different way. But now that I have this platform, why let the shit go to waste? I want y'all niggas to see I've been doing this shit, nigga. Motherfuckers say the last 2 songs I put up on my Instagram, oh, we see you taking shots at Chris. Nigga, what you hearing is the ricochet. I shot that shot fucking years ago, nigga. What you hearing is a ricochet off the fucking mountains and shit. Cause I shot that shot fucking years ago, nigga. It ain't like I just decided to poke at him again, nigga. No, that shit been out there. Boom! And that's what you hearing. The ricochet. Because when I shot that shit, the nigga ducked it and act like I didn't shoot.
Right.
All right.
Then Chris came out with the Bridge Is Over. Like, how come you never responded back to that record, man?
Because, like I just told you a minute ago, back in them days, you had, as an artist, you couldn't move without the producer. Unlike nowadays, if anybody told me, Shan, fuck, I ain't producing your shit, I'd turn my computer on and tell you, fuck you. Couldn't do that back then. Oh. All these machines and all this shit were ran by real niggas that knew how to run this shit. And if you ain't know how to run this shit, how you gonna make a record? So Molly says, yo, Shan, fuck BDP. He hated them niggas. Molly hated them motherfuckers. He wanted to punch Scholar Rock in the face so bad. You know what I'm saying? He was like, fuck them. We ain't making no record about them. Them niggas is gonna get famous off us. And I'm looking at Molly like, these niggas is already getting famous. But I wouldn't change it. Right. I wouldn't change. I wouldn't go back and wish that it was different, because who knows what that next record that I put out, what the nigga would have done. Either I would have burnt that nigga to a crisp like I knew I would have, or he would have burnt me to a crisp like he think he could have. In the end of the day, that might have been it for the Bridge Wars. We wouldn't be talking about the Bridge Wars in 2020 if anything would have went any different as far as that's concerned. So the paradox is, I make that record back then, that's that answer South Bronx, I totally kill him, or I make myself look like a fool trying to kill him. And you know what I'm saying? It's over. How many artists from my era that you don't even hear their fucking name anymore, let alone be doing Zoom interviews? The motherfuckers probably don't even know how to work Zoom. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Motherfuckers come and they go, and it's like, I feel lucky because niggas still fucking hollering Shan in the annals of hip hop.
Right. Well, a lot of people don't know that you and Chris did shows together, man, right?
Lots of them.
Yeah, and I also heard that you have saved Chris and Scotland Rock life in some town y'all was in.
Let him tell it like he got on that interview. I don't recall that. I don't remember that. Only a pussy nigga wouldn't remember another nigga doing that shit for him. Man, come on. That nigga know what the fuck I'm talking about. I bet you D Nice and whoever else was there remember that shit. Now, here goes how you gotta look at Shan. Now, see, at that point in the morning when I got in the elevator, this chick got in the elevator. She was butched out. She got in the elevator and she looked at me. She said, Shan, you respected me. But that nigga Scott LaRock reached in her fucking bag, pulled out a Uzi and said, I'm going to kill that nigga. What happened the night before, Scott LaRock slapped the shit out this girl. She was a dykey chick, so I don't know what the fuck went on between them, but fucking something went down and made Scott slap the shit out. Next day, so now when Shorty showed me the pistol, I could have been a bitch ass nigga because they was gonna light them niggas the fuck up. She had cars outside the hotel with mad niggas. I could have been a bitch nigga and say, yo, it ain't none of my business. And just act like I didn't see that, didn't hear it. But no, me and Tyrone Williams, Fly Ty CEO, so if y'all want to second the story, just ask Fly Ty. All right? Go tell Scott, yo, listen, whatever the fuck went on, boom, boom, boom. But here's what it is. We gonna sneak y'all out on my bus. You know what I'm saying? We gonna sneak y'all out on my bus. Y'all take my bus and I'm gonna take y'all bus because I ain't do shit to the girl. You know what I'm saying? They actually liked me because I'm just the same nigga you see. I'm hanging with the folks. So they chased us to the airport. Only reason why the motherfuckers didn't light that bus up because they looked on it and said, yo, that's Shan. Nah, don't do that. Yo, that's Shan. That's Shan. They just thought they mixed up the fucking buses. You know what I'm saying? But that nigga don't remember that shit. He said, oh, I don't remember that, nigga. Now, what if I would have been a fucking pussy, nigga, and didn't say nothing? Y'all niggas might not have fucking existed as long as you did.
Right.
And now, look, the weekend not happen, right? If Scott LaRock died on August 27th or some shit like that, that incident happened on the 25th. I thought that that chick was so fucking gangster that she came to New York and killed him.
Oh, wow.
And then, in the whole midst of all that, motherfuckers start blaming me for killing Scott LaRock. Because in the song, remember, I said, I got a 25 with an 8-shot clip. The place I'm gonna shoot you, it'll just take one. It just so happens Scott LaRock got shot one time with a 25. Motherfucking, we didn't have the internet back then. So when people heard things in the South and over here that weren't privy to that information, they start sending me motherfucking death threat letters and shit. Like, yo, Shan, you killed Scott LaRock, you motherfucker. I'm telling you, it was real crazy around that time.
Wow.
Well, fuck that if that nigga don't remember that. He act like he don't remember that. That's that sucker shit that niggas do. You know what I'm saying? Right. I wouldn't have fucking forgot a motherfucker that saved my life, nigga. You know how that shit went down. But that nigga's very fucking frugal in his bullshit anyway. So whatever the fuck. Not saying, not saying that I'm, trying to start no shit with him, because that shit is over. I've been calling that nigga out. Ain't no response happened, none of that shit. So I'm gonna leave that shit alone, nigga. You just scared of a nigga.
Right. Also, you called him out, wanted to do a versus, but he never responded, right?
His motherfucking excuse for not doing a versus with Shan, right? Now I said this. Fuck your 25 albums, nigga. I'll bust your ass in one. Fuck all that 25. We could do this digital album against my last digital album, and then you could sing all the rest of that bullshit you want. You know what I'm saying? So how fucking hard could that be? It's like, fuck all that shit. Let's put this down the motherfucking right to the wire, nigga. Right to the fucking wire. Let's not look at all that old shit you made, because that's where you're going to get all the motherfuckers on that. Jump, let's go. Huh, huh. Yeah, you a master at that shit, nigga. You know what I'm saying? You a master at that shit.
All right. Besides the Bridge Wars, man, you also had beef with Cool C, man, when they came out with this Juice Cool disc. And to me, I kind of find it funny that Cool C sounded just like you on that record, man.
See, there's stories about Shan. Shan touched a lot of shit. Philadelphia, all that shit. Steady B's first record, Take Your Radio, that was dissing LL Cool J. I wrote that shit.
Oh, word.
Pop Art was Steady B's record company, right?
Right.
Dana and Lawrence wanted to sign Shan. We wouldn't sign Shan to Lawrence and Dana. Y'all want to give us a distribution deal, that's fine. That's how we got the distribution deal. But now, I was that nigga, the motherfucker. I was so imitated by so many. That motherfucking, they just say, yo, since we can't get Shan, they got Cool C to fucking imitate my voice, imitate all the way I rhyme, my cadence and all that shit. Cool C had me so down pat. When I would hear a Cool C song, I had to say, hold the fuck up. Did I see that shit? Yo, he had me down to a fucking science.
Right. You got any questions you want to ask me?
I done put Ben to sleep. He over there sleeping shit. Shan,
nah, I ain't sleeping. I was just listening to the vibe. It was popping. But well, I mean, we covered that. So what's going on with you now with the tour bus that you're doing?
That bus.
Now he got the party bus.
The party
bus.
Oh, okay. See, but y'all gotta understand that your man Shizzle got ADD, right? That's why you don't see the party bus no more. It's just sitting in my backyard. I pushed it way to the back because, see, there was an idea, right? And I was gonna have my baby mama run the bus company, but her mind ain't there yet. You know what I'm saying? Okay. And with me doing my new music and whatever else that I'm venturing into, right? That bus is just a hindrance to the rest.
Okay.
I got my business cards, I got all that shit, but I just don't have the time. I'm a motherfucker that'll put a plan together, but I can't run it because why? I'm on to the next plan. And then I'll need other niggas to run that shit because some motherfuckers can only come up with the genius work, but it can't actually make it work. And I'm one of the motherfuckers that understand that. I could build a bus, I could do all that shit, but my ADD in my mind, nigga, I'm gonna be building a fucking party boat or some other shit. Fuck that bus. I'm gonna be doing this. You know what I'm saying? So it's like my ADD be kicking in. So that party bus is there. And maybe in the summertime it'll get kicked off but right now I'm interested in trying to get that new song Bounce out.
Right.
And see what I did as an old school artist. See, old school artists are stuck in this vibe of thinking you still gotta sell records. Not in this motherfucking day and age. So when I made that song, what did I do? I gave that motherfucker away to every DJ that wanted it, every motherfucker that wanted to do remixes and shit. I gave it away because that's the way of the shit. Now, if your shit is on Apple and a nigga got a subscription, they can play that shit 50 times a motherfucking day if they want to. You know what I'm saying? Right. It ain't about the sales anymore. Oh, I'm going to hold that shit and keep it a secret. Nigga, you better put that shit the fuck out there and hope a nigga like that motherfucker so where you can get a little bit of talk about it, get a little interview on your new shit and niggas say, yo, well, what are you doing now? Well, I got a new song out called Bounce. And, you know, you just got to keep... Y'all can hear it on my page, too. Mc Shan with a #1 is my Instagram. Mc Shan with a #1. And believe me, you'll get a laugh or two out my page, too, because I'm not always as straight laced as you see me here. I've actually haven't cursed a lot on this show, have
I? The next thing I want to ask you, what's the difference between MC Shan and Shizzle with the Wisdom? Like, you know what I mean? I know that's your alter ego, Shizzle with the Wisdom. Like, what separates these two apart?
Shizzle with a Whistle is a motherfucker. You know how niggas got them iced out pimp cups?
Yeah.
Shizzle with a Whistle gonna have an iced out motherfucking wine bottle. Y'all want to see my shoes? Hold on. Y'all think I'm bullshitting. Hold on. All right, but check this out. Didn't I tell you Shizzle was a pimp, nigga?
Oh,
he got the gold platform.
Y'all thought I was bullshitting. Shizzle with a Whistle is a fucking old school pimp that just came out of jail. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
What happened? Are we still here? But Shizzle with a Whistle is a nigga that just came out of jail, right? Okay. And then you fucking know when you first see me, right, you're gonna hear that fucking music. Doom, doom, doom. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, no. You know, you ever see YouTube where niggas be fucking up?
Yeah.
Right.
And that they play that song while you're gonna see me tripping down some stairs because I ain't wore these bitches in 20 years. I've been in jail for 20 years, nigga. And I just come out now. I can't even walk in my pimp shit, but I straighten the fuck up. I don't know. Why? But you said Shizzle with a Whistle. How you separate MC Shan with Shizzle with a Whistle? Shizzle with a Whistle wear motherfucking Grandmaster Flash in them shoes and shit.
Right. Okay. Yo, man, I want to thank you for coming on the show, man. It was definitely an honor, man. Okay.
No doubt.
Now I'm gonna go get me another whistle because y'all talked me out of this one. This one was full when I started, but this ain't but a sip anyway, so it ain't like, you know.
All right.
Word, that's it.
Once again, I want to thank you for coming on the show, man. It was definitely a blessing to have you up here, man. Such as yourself, an iconic legend, man.
Appreciate y'all for having me, because y'all could have had somebody else on your shit, but y'all decided to fuck with me, so I appreciate your patronage.
Yes, sir.
All right? All right. Be good. All right. Appreciate y'all.
All right. Good luck.
All right. Out.
Out.